Okay, good morning everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Ruchim Abam. Before we begin, a very exciting announcement. We're actually starting a new program. Maybe some of you have seen about it. And I think especially for those who participate in the Shiur, I think you're very good candidates for this program. It's called Chavra D'Hilchasa. Basically, we're going to be learning Yeridea. It's once a week. It's a serious Shiur for an hour. And in 1 year we cover the halachas of basar b'chalav. It's a very serious program in the sense that very well prepared shiurim. The structure and the curriculum is very thorough. We're not going to read every shach and taz inside, but you're going to be getting the main halacha and lamdus from Yeridea basar b'chalav. It's geared for working people. There are tests, and you get a certain status, which we're calling Chavra D'Hilchasa. Baruch Hashem, just yesterday we got our final haskama. So we have haskamas from Reb Elia Brudny, Reb Noach Isaac Obam, and Reb Shalom Kamenetsky. And it's a very strong olam that are joining. So if you're, I would humbly suggest that the guys in the Shiur consider this program. And I think you'll enjoy it and really get a lot out of it. Okay, so we're continuing Siman Tzadiches. We read the Mechaber in the beginning of Siman Tzadiches that someone who davens, they should be mechabin in their heart the purest hamilos, and one should think as if the Shechina is opposite you and remove all distracting thoughts until your thoughts and kavanah are pure. Think as if you're speaking before a king of flesh and blood. What would you do? You would arrange your words, you would ensure that you would prepare before so that you don't stumble. Kal v'chomer before the King of all kings, that Hashem probes your thoughts. And this is what the Chasidim and Anshe Maisa would do. They would go into seclusion and they were mechavein in their Tefilla until they reached a level where they were completely removed from any connection to the physicality with the hiskabrus of koyach haseichel, until they reached karov l'nevuah. It's interesting, the Mechaber uses the expression they were be misboided. Many of you know that hisboidedus is something which is emphasized in Breslov. But it is interesting to note that the Sefer Charedim, one of the Kadmoinim, he brings that there are certain things that a person could do which are a segula to be mechaper all of one's avonos. Hisboidedus, going into seclusion in thought, is one of those things that actually brings kapara for all of one's avonos. The Mechaber continues that one should think about thoughts that subdue the heart and are mechavein and direct your heart to Aviv Shabbat Shemayim, and don't think about anything that is kalos rosh. Says Mishna Berura, purest hamilos. V'al yechavin adam b'shemos v'yichudim. One should not think about various names and unifications of God. Rak yispal kipshutai, just daven simply lahavin hadvarim bekavanas halev, to understand the matter with kavana. Im loy mishu ba b'sayid Hashem, unless somebody who has entered the realm of the secrets of God, yadel chavin be beliba uruusa udachilu, and he is able to mechavin in his heart with love and with fear. Dilav hachi, otherwise chas v'sham mekalkel b'zaharbe, it could cause destruction. Ayin magin avram b'shem azar ubetshuvas rashal siman tzadiches kasa ba'orech. There's tshuva the marshal in siman tzadiches. He writes at length v'heyed al harash. He testifies on the rash. Who's the Rash? Who's that? I don't have that spelled out. Rabbeinu Shimshon? Maybe Rabbeinu Shimshon Mikinoin? An early Mekubal. Is it Rav Shimshon of Ashtapol? I think the Marshal was earlier than 1648. I'm not sure. He said that after he learned the secrets of Kabbalah, that he would daven like a child a day old. Meaning, the fact that he learned the secrets of Kabbalah did not make his tefillah focused on the Kabbalistic aspects. Instead, he just had in mind the simple meaning of the words. Rabbi Meir writes in his commentary to Shas that these above mentioned kavanos, that imagine the Shekhinah is opposite from you, and like you'd be speaking before Melech Basar V'Dam. You can't think during Shemona Esrei, but before the Shemona Esrei. During the davening, you to be mechamed for the meaning of the words Ayin Sham. So therefore, later on, the Mishnah Berura says it is correct to learn the purest of the words of all the Tefilla, and at least the bracha of Avos and of Moedim, which definitely you need to know the meaning. The Yisoid V'Sharish HaAvodah says it is worthy for a person to learn Siman Tzadi Ches and Shulchan Aruch at least once a week. At least once a week, you should learn Siman Tzadi Ches to be ma'orer your heart to have kavana, because everything mentioned here is Medina de Gemara. So Baruch Hashem, this week we were Mekayim the Yisoid V'Sharish HaAvodah. Okay, and hopefully next week you could take a look also. By the way, it's very interesting, because Siman Tzadi Ches you only have to learn once a week, but Sifrei Musar you have to learn once a day. So as important as this is, it's even more important to learn Sifrei Musar. By the way, many people in Elul, they go to hear the shofar, but they don't even know what the shofar is telling them. The shofar says, learn Musar. So if you hear the sound of the shofar, and you don't learn Musar, then it's equal to somebody who went to shul and went like that when the shofar was blowing. So you have two options, you have three options. You could put your fingers in your ears, you could not show up, both of those are equal. Also, you could not learn Musar. That's also, although those three are the same. Either not going to shul, putting your fingers in your ears during Tkiyah Shofar, or not learning Musar. All of those three. Or you could actually open up a sefer of Musar for 5 minutes. At least then you know you have heard the sound of the shofar. Okay, weiter. Sifkata and Yud Beis. Yishtaik. Yishtaik. What does that mean? If a bad thought enters your mind during Shemona Esrei, you should remain silent, meaning pause. With a Sefer Hagan Kasav, and the Sefer Hagan he writes, Levata machshava ra b'shas Tefilla, to be mevatel a bad thought during davening, Yoimer Gimel Pa'amim, PPP. Say 3 times, PPP. It works like a charm. Okay, now, V'hu Rashi Tevos Palti Yosef. These are Rashi Tevos Palti and Yosef. Dehem Hizgabru Al Yetzer Libam. They were mizgaber over the inclination of their hearts. V'chidisib Sanhedrin Daf Yotes Amud Beis. V'yachakach Yorek Gimel Pa'amim. Then you spit 3 times. You were wondering. I know you were wondering in Siman Sadi Zion, why is there so much spitting going on during Shemona Esrei? So now you know, whenever you have a bad thought, you say PPP and you split 3 times. P is Palti and Yosef. By the way, now, V'lo Yarik Lagamri, don't spit, completely. And as you know, you don't spit in front of you. You spit behind you. Rak b'derech nachas, you spit nicely. You have to spit nicely. V'haloshen tebein svasayim, you position your tongue between your lips, b'shas harakika, at the time of spitting, u'bevadai telech hamachshava. But v'kasa ha'magin Avram al-Zan, the Maggid writes on this, v'ein nira li lasei sebetech tefillah Shemona Esrei. It would not seem to me to do this during Shemona Esrei, to have a hefsek, because it's a hefsek. Umi yoidea im refuah bedukahi. Who knows if it is a tried and proven refuah? By the way, in the Sefer, I forgot the name. There's a Sefer from one of the Gedolim who were killed in the Holocaust, Rav Shem Klingsbald, who says that the secret of this segula of PPP is that there are 3 parshias in the row that have the word P in it. They are Chukas, the Pi HaBe'er, Balak, Kairach, the pi haaretz, Chukas, the pi habe'er, Balak, the pi ha'asayin. That's where this emanates from. In any way, Uvesefer Elya Rabba Hivi B'Shem Kitzer Shla V'Zel Shonei. The Elya Rabba brings from the Kitzer Shla. Segula lahaver machshavas chutz. A segula to remove improper thought. Shekoidim Tefilla Yaver Gimel Pamim Yad Yamina Yamitzchay. Before davening, you should put your right hand on your forehead, v'yomer b'chol pam, and you say every time, Leiv tahar berali Elohim, v'ruach nachayin chadesh b'chirbi. A pure heart create for me, God, and a correct spirit renew within me. Now, the Dirshu says that another segula, the Nefesh HaChaim writes, Shar Beis Perek Yud Gimel, that when you say each word of Tefillah, you should picture that word with its letters in its image and be mechavein to add to it Koyach HaKedusha. So in other words, as you're saying the word Baruch, you envision in your mind the word Baruch, and so forth. So now, all of these thoughts, the Magen Avram said, don't do it during Shemana Esrei, it's a hefsek. L'chayra, this also should be before Tefillah. Likewise, if a external thought comes to you during davening, you should be silent. You should pause a little. Put your right hand on your forehead. And you should contemplate the above mentioned pasuk ad kan l'shaynai. Now I'm wondering, there's another well-known segula to remove machshavos zaros that comes from the Shla HaKadosh, and that is Eish Tamid Tukad B'Kirbi Loi Sichbe. Eish Tamid Tukad Al HaMizbeach Loi Sichbe. Eish Tamid Tukad Al HaMizbeach Loi Sichbe. The Shla HaKadosh says it's a segula to invent the machshavos zaros. I saw it recently in Tiferes Shimshon, or Rav Shimshon Pinkus, who's masber that the way these segulos work is, number one, you're saying a pasuk. A pasuk is Torah. Torah is Megan. Number two, the meaning of the pasuk. The pasuk is talking about the carbon oila. Eish tamid tukad al mezbeach loy sichbe. Eish tamid tukad al mezbeach loy sichbe is about that the mizbeach should always have a carbon oila on it. The oila is mechaper for machshavos zaros. So therefore that pasuk is designated for machshavos zaros. So we're learning Siman Tzadik Ches. Siman Tzadik Ches means tzach, pure, and this Siman keeps our minds pure to ensure that our thoughts are with purity. Okay, one more Mishnah. Banav haktanim bishla. In the Shalkari Tigar Alam Avim Yilad Beis HaKnesses. He goes to town on those who bring children to shul. Va'ainu ketanim she'adayin lo higiel chinuch. These are children that have not reached the age of chinuch. What age has a child reached chinuch? Something like 35. No, just joking. But the age of chinuch means like this. If you have to stick a lollipop in the kid's mouth, he shouldn't be in shul. If you have to plug him up, plug him up with deadly chemicals just to keep him in shul, then he shouldn't be there. Mitam ki haylodim esachkim. The kids play maraktim beis haknesses, they dance. U'mechalim kedushas beis haknesses, they defile the kedusha. V'gam mavablem das hamaspalim, they confuse the maspalim. V'oid gam ki yazkinu. You say, what do you mean chinuch? Yeah, exactly. You're mechanech them not to daven. You're mechanech them now. You give them a lollipop. So when they become 15, they have to go out to a kiddush. So therefore, even when they get older, they will not turn away from their bad custom. They're already trained to act like a meshugana in the shul. When they reach the age of chinuch, adarabba, just the opposite. He should bring him with you to the shul. So the age of chinuch is usually 6 or 7. But it's the age that a kid could sit and daven. the kid can't sit and daven, he doesn't belong in the shul. And you teach him the path of life, to sit in reverence, and you don't let him move from his spot. And you encourage him, amen, v'kadish, u'kedusha, ayin sham b'soif inyanei tefilla, u'kriyas ha'torah. V'ayin b'tan v'elyoch, chelak al pergir gimel, goido ana sheyesh la'av shemaniach espanoi, la'anois dvarim shel hevel v'tiv zayis gnesses. Look in Tan V'elyo, the punishment of a father that allows his kid to fool around in the shul. So, I think like this. If a kid is able to stay in shul for 10 minutes, let him come for 10 minutes and sit quietly. When he's able to sit for a half hour, let him come and sit for a half hour quietly. And then when he's able to sit for an hour, then let him sit for an hour. And then he should go home. So you say your wife wants to sleep. You have the whole week, okay? Instead of letting her sleep an extra hour on Shabbos, let her sleep 2 extra hours in the afternoon. Shabbos, shul is not a babysitting time. It's not a service. Now, it's very interesting that kissing children in shul. Could you kiss a child in shul? An older son, the Oirach Neman says you're not allowed to kiss. Meaning not only ban of Ketanim, but even ban of Gedolim. Reb Chaim Kanievsky says no, it's only ban of Ketanim you can't kiss. You could kiss ban of Gedolim. Now, I once went into a shul and the rabbi kissed me, and I was wondering, I thought you're not allowed to kiss someone in shul. He said, you're only not allowed to kiss a child, which is true. You're only not allowed to kiss a child. And according to Reb Chaim Kanievsky, it's only a little child. Could you kiss the hands of your father or your Rebbe? If that's the minhag, then you could.
Why can't you kiss a child?
What?
Why can't you kiss a child?
Because since you have, let's say, a chiba yisera for them, that you should not show in the shul. The Ramos says later on, Sim Kuf Chavdal Seif Zayin, that you should teach your little children to answer Amen, because as soon as a kid answers Amen, he has a chilek in Olam Haba. Also, another thing to bring a child for is to kiss the Sefer Torah, to be mechanech them in mitzvahs. Rabbi Isai, have a great day. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Okay, so we'll see everyone tomorrow. Hatzlacha Rabba. Have a great day. Kol tov.
What is the
Sorry, what?